Every single person is my enemy. Oh, the treachery. Every single person wants to be my enemy.
Heimerdinger, aka Engelbert Heimerdink. So I have some real big issues with Heimerdinger in season 2. I cannot believe what they decided to do with this character. I say character in quotation marks because he was a character in season 1, and then he turned into a bit of a clown, and then he disappeared, and then he died. What? What? He's turned into a clown in episodes 1 and 3. So if you've seen my breakdown, I mentioned this in the breakdown. I thought it was absolutely cringe and horrible that they presented Heimerdinger in such a clownish, daft fashion. You can have humour off him. He often was a point of humour in season 1, but they never turned him into a clown to make the jokes work. The jokes just worked because they were well written. So he's turned into a clown, and then he disappears for 3 episodes. And the whole time I'm thinking, ooh-wee, I can't wait to see what Heimerdinger and Echo have been up to when they come in and save the day. Well, we see what he's been up to when we get to episode 7 and he dies. Yeah, he dies. He's dead. And there's a few things to talk about there, but it's a bullet point, so we'll get there. So, Heimerdinger fears Hex tech, but he happily introduces it into this alternate world, which is absolutely perfect and amazing, and everybody's so peaceful and loving, and everyone's having such a great time because Hex tech doesn't exist, along with a couple other things that don't exist, right? But it seems a little bit odd that someone who is so fervent against the idea just happily introduces it. This isn't... Now, I know what you're thinking. He says, look, I need to help my student. I let Jace down, and this is another student who I'm not going to let down. I get that. But this isn't some school project, right? This isn't Hex tech's already been made, and they're trying to perfect it, or they're trying to make something of Hex tech. No. This is introducing it into the world. What are we doing, Jaime? Jaime, my brother in Christ, you literally say yourself that the world is friggin' fantastic because Hex tech ain't a thing. Oh, I'm just going to introduce it to the world anyway. Who cares? Consequences. I'm dead, so whatever. So, look, he happily sacrifices not only himself, but this alternative world's Heimerdinger. Lest we forget, our Heimerdinger has taken over the body of this universe's Heimerdinger, and they are two completely separate and different people, yeah? They are not the same individuals, and it is insane to think that they are. They have completely different life experiences because of small events that's happened in history. It's like that butterfly effect thing, yeah? A tiny little change back there can make a world of difference over here. So he happily sacrifices not only himself but this alternate world's Heimerdinger. He literally takes over his body and kills him. Now, there have been a lot of people that have been like, well look, Yordles are actually, they have immunity. They can live forever. If they die, they just go back to the spirit realm. Look, I've played League of Legends, alright? I know these things. The trouble is, this show has not set up or had not even a singular line of dialogue about Yordle immunity or the spirit realm. The only times they've even had slight reference to that is when Heimerdinger talks about his old age, how long he's lived. That doesn't mean he's immortal. That doesn't mean that there's the spirit realm that he zippity-zaps onto if anything bad happens. That just means that he lives for quite some time. If you're going to be, doing something really dumb, like killing Heimerdinger in this fashion, maybe you want a line of dialogue of like, hey, I've lived for hundreds of years because I used to be in the spirit realm. And old Corky, I was having a little bit of a good time with Corky, and I fell out of the plane. Literally anything. Because the trouble is, and I've said it before in my video, I watch this with people that know nothing about League of Legends, right? They don't know any of these things, and I'm sure there are a lot of people that watch this show that are like that. And when you don't set up things like Yordle immunity or the spirit realm, well, when a character dies, I think it's quite easy to assume that the audience is going to think that they're dead. Yeah? And when you don't set up anything at all, even referencing anything at all, then as far as the show is concerned, they are dead. Yeah? So I get it. League of Legends fans get it. But I feel the general viewer or watcher is just going to think, well, okay, so he sacrificed himself so Echo can get back to the normal world. Cool. That's cool. Well, it's pretty awful, actually. It's not cool in the slightest. Because here's another thing, right? If the spirit realm exists and our Heimerdinger has taken over the body of this universe's or this alternate parallel dimension's Heimerdinger, is that two Heimerdingers now in that dimension's spirit realm? Or is like the spirit realm a singular entity branching out into multiple dimensions? Well, if you wanted people to not think that your character is dead, maybe you should have put that in the show. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me spitballing here. I thought it was bizarre. And there's no thought at all. It's bizarre to me that there's zero thought put into the idea that Heimerdinger has killed this alternate world's Heimerdinger, right? That seems really awful. Like, really, really selfish and awful. These are completely separate people with their own lives, their own experiences, and yeah, I'm just going to take over your body, plug a cable together, and zap myself into ashes. Like, dude, what? When that scene happened, when he zip-zapped away, dude, I actually nearly shat myself. Like, I was so angry. I couldn't believe that the show would do that. And again, had they had one little, tiny little baby line about being, the spirit realm and blah, blah, blah. But no. We didn't get any of that. Oh, dear. So, yeah, I just thought it was really funny that Heimerdinger goes from this very interesting character with a couple layers. They turn him into a clown, and then he turns into a international global superstar, and then he's dead. Which I do just want to say, by the way, I cringed beyond belief. I cringed when I realised that Heimerdinger was singing the song that was playing in the background of episode 7. For a moment, I thought, oh, that's cool. They got the voice actor for Heimerdinger to sing a song because he's probably like a good singer. That's cool. And then I quickly realised that, no. That's actually Heimerdinger singing a friggin' song. Oh my god. They turned him into a hippy-dippy loser, bro. And yeah, look, he's like all peace-loving. I love the fact that he's like invented these instruments. Obviously, that's super cool. But yeah, like, to me, and this was my experience of the season, they turned him into a clown to laugh at. They disappear him. They turn him into a bit of a hippy-dippy, oh, I'm loving it, and then he's dead. And we don't get anything else from him. Super lame. Super lame, guys. Between Isha and Heimerdinger, those two characters alone, the things that's happened to them was enough to kind of spoil and bitter the season for me, but the sad reality is, and we'll get to it, it kind of happens with a lot of characters, like nearly all of them